Hello Aquarians and Crosswatchers, welcome to your video. So I channeled a song and it's called Crush by Paige, and I thought, maybe you've met somebody recently and maybe there's some crushing going on. But when I did a pre-shuffle, I got a lot of regret cards, and I don't know if that's what's going to come out again, but that's what I got out. So I don't know, between listening to the song and the pre-shuffle cards, I don't know if somebody is telling themselves it's just a crush, okay, because they thought that, deeper feelings would have more of an impact. I don't know if somebody just thought it was going to be a crush and, ha ha ha, jokes on them, because obviously they can't stop thinking about you if they're trying to say it's a crush, okay, or tell themselves it's a crush. Even the song talks about all of that, let's not go too deep, it's just a little crush. But then again, the creator of that song did create a song about it, so it was enough to put thought into someone's mind. So someone might not be able to stop thinking about you. Keep in mind, if you're cross watching, roles can always be reversed. Maybe somebody thought it was a crush, and there's some deeper feelings, and maybe somebody didn't want to go deeper or doesn't want to, and they're sort of fighting it. I don't know. Anyway, I've already said my prayers, and we're just going to kind of get into your reading. But first, I want to tell you guys that you're so beautiful and you're so needed in this world, and I want to thank each and every one of you for being here and for sharing your time and your energy with me. I value you, and the divine values you, and thank you so much. Look at this. Look, Orphan came out in the pre-shuffle. I think somebody really wants to mend things, who thought it was just a crush, didn't think it was going to go anywhere, but because that keeps coming out, and I feel like they can't stop thinking about you, and that's what's making somebody think, well, maybe there's more to this, but we're so different. Anyway, somebody might need to clear out their energy here, sexual energy. Let's get into this reading here and now. A message in a bottle. All right. Yeah, somebody's thinking here. This is more along the lines of the energy that I got. Number 44, you could be seeing fours. Fours talks about stability, the 1111, happy unions and all this and that. But you got somebody in their mind here who I believe they thought it was just going to be a crush. And now I feel someone's more invested than they ever planned to be. We have here and now, and that is 32, which turns to 5. 5 is change. So somebody is thinking about right now, possibly messaging. And we have 15. You could be seeing 1s and 5s, 3s or 2s. And like I said, 44, you could be seeing 6s as well, but 1 and 5 is 6, and that is the Lovers and Tarot, and that is a very strong connection. Okay, it's a passionate connection if we're talking about this kind of reading, and I feel that somebody just thought it was a crush. Let's get into the love. We got, just in the split, we got Truth. We have the Mask. Somebody could have been wearing a mask here, disguising their feelings, or they're still disguising their feelings. Show me what I need to see. Distance, boundaries, far apart, getaway, travel. Maybe somebody even had to get away from you just to think about things. We have music here. Okay, you could have, this could have been anybody. You could have met anywhere. Festivals, clubs, places of gathering, through friends, through travel. But I feel like somebody could be spending some time thinking about you. And this says guilt. This came out in the pre-shuffle, and it came out again. So I think somebody regrets. Because I don't know, for those of you who this might resonate with, I don't know what could have happened. I don't know if there was something, you guys hit it off, and then it was just on, hot and heavy, and then just sort of cooled out. Maybe somebody was just like, no, I'm not getting invested, or this is just a crush. But now somebody can't get over somebody, and I see I see empty beer bottles, beer can on the nightstand, and pizzas. Like, somebody doesn't even take care of themselves very much, but that's I don't know, might be for somebody here. And then we have distance and boundaries and far apart. So somebody might have, you know, tried to date others, get away and think, and then you keep popping up in their mind here. So let's get into this reading. It's more than a crush, because most of the time people can move on from crushes and they don't continue to think about the other person. Show me what I need to see here. I want to do a Celtic spread. It landed a 7 of Wands. Oh my goodness. It landed on regret. Somebody might literally, this card says courage. Somebody might literally be trying to get the courage to speak up here. Sun card. This is happiness, okay? I feel like somebody wants to get up the courage to tell you that you make them happy, but this is the thing. We got the devil's play. I really thought, you know, this could be that crush energy. I really thought somebody just thought you guys were really into each other and it was a crush. It was a hot thing or a hot fling or whatever it was. Yeah, with the Knight of Wands right next to it. Yeah. Somebody just thought it was, you know, going to be hot and heavy, short-lived. But here we go. Somebody's got feelings and wants more, possibly a relationship here. Oh boy. Let's see. Empress. Okay, the Empress is somebody that you marry. The Empress is somebody who embodies love. The Empress is somebody you want to marry or want to have a family with. Okay, it's divine feminine energy. It's also a card of Venus, which Venus rules love, okay? Love and money and star. Okay, star. This is your energy, Aquarius. It's Uranus energy, and it's in the past, okay? Usually what shows up is the recent past, but it doesn't matter here. The past is the past, right? It's not now. But somebody's currently thinking now about messaging you because they regret something here from the past. They think you were just a crush. Ha ha ha. Nope. Nope. Not a chance here. Yep, 8 of Wands. Empress. Landed on the Empress. This is what's crowning it. This 8 of Wands is usually, it says harmony, but it's usually fast communication or travel. They can literally travel. You could have met them during traveling. This person may like to travel, okay? But this person is definitely thinking about messaging you some kind of way, communicating something to you. They're trying to get up the courage about this new beginning, possible relationship here with you. This is a person who appears to be single and, you know, looking for long-term love and just thought you were a crush. 4 of Crystals is in the near future. The 4 of Crystals in this deck is a card of logic. It's a lot of thought going into this. It's also a card of rest, relaxation. So somebody could have even met somebody while on vacation. Okay, whether they left or not, like travel. This person looks like they're on vacation. This can be rest and recovery. Somebody may even literally be on a retreat trying to gather their thoughts, you know, go to the beach or go to some calming place, trying to gather their thoughts about you and really put these feelings into perspective. And my throat wants to block up. And I feel that this person has a hard time admitting emotions. And I feel that this person has a hard time accepting that maybe this is more than a crush. All right, this might be a person who gets into short-lived romances because they crush a lot on people, and then this is like, here we are, they can't stop thinking about you. Yeah, as I said, that Three of Cups on the bottom, that's like a person who might be someone who's used to dating and crushing, but not falling in love. We got the Nine of Cups, we got the Wheel of Fortune, we got the Woman of Worlds. And that can talk about, that can be a commitment card. And we have the Eight of Crystals. This is somebody who's stuck in thought about you. Oh boy. That's where we're ending off with this. I'm going to clarify everything. This person is really, really in their mind. Okay, really in their mind about you. What is it that we always have seen in tarot titles? Living rent-free. You're living rent-free in their mind. Well, it's kind of like that. So they thought they had a crush on you. Ha ha ha. Joke's on them. Joke is on them. Like I said, guys, if you're cross-watching, roles can be reversed. But we have someone. Look, I kept telling you in the pre-shuffle, I got a lot of regret cards. Because they think the person that they thought they were crushing on was just a crush. And this is a person that they're thinking, oh my God, I think this is my person. I think this is my person. Tell me about that Seven of Wands. Clarified by the Seven of Swords reverse. All right, this person is literally, because that Seven of Wands landed on the regret. All right. Now, this is a person who probably sabotaged the connection because they thought it was a crush, or they was a person who, like a dater, didn't want to really settle down. Who knows? This is a person who wants to sort of come in and fight for this now. Because this is a person who sees you and them as an energetic match, you know? Like this person is calming the whale. This is always the Empress here, calming the beast. And that's this person. I feel that I feel that you're very calming and soothing to this person, especially with that Four Crystals here as well. Tell me about the Sun card. Eight of Wands. Okay, Eight of Wands again. I got the Eight of Wands twice and Message in a Bottle. For those of you that this reading is for, you guys, you're going to hear from this person. This person feels happy around you. They can't stop thinking about you, or you put a smile on their face. Trying to determine and choose a path that's the best, okay? But they feel that obviously if they're happy with you, you bring a smile to their face, you're definitely the one that is going to be, you and them, a good future. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Upright twice. Tell me about the Empress. The Empress receives and attracts abundance. Yin energy with the Empress. We have the King of Pentacles. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So this is somebody who is thinking, I don't know, I think this Aquarius is a keeper. I don't think it's a crush. I think this is my person. I think this is my person here. Yeah. This is like dating and flirting, a crush, and it turns into, I think that's my person. I really feel that you probably shocked to this person. All right, I really do. Because I do feel too many dating cards come out for them. Tell me about the Star here in the recent past. And that's this person. I really feel like this person is on a retreat. This is a person who probably is financially well off, and they're on some sort of retreat. Trying to get heart-centered, or trying to ground themselves and really think about things before they come in, before they message. Tell me about the Star. That's your energy. King of Wands in the reverse. This is a person who hasn't come forward yet, and this is a person who, you know, I feel wants to be loyal to you. All right. This would be a big change for this person, for sure. for sure. What wants to come out is a Two of Cups reverse. Oh my goodness, and the Emperor. This is a person who thinks you're the one. This is a person who's probably, you know, dated several people, but never quite felt the way they feel about you. And they just thought you'd be a crush. And like, here you are, still in their mind. Tell me about that Eight of Wands. There is a lot to do with travel. So I do have travel and communication cards. I do have all of that. So you could have met this person anywhere. Eight of Pentacles. You know, it's almost like a person who comes in with a peace offering. This is what the focus is. This is a person, I do feel that they have abundance, okay? And I feel that you have love. You are attracting this person. But I feel that you have a very healing energy about yourself. Because you see, I see here you are by yourself, holding these pentacles, right? You attract this. You are the Empress. You're attracting this because you're the yin. Whether you're a man or woman doesn't matter. It's the energy. And look at the team that this person has with them. They have, like, you know, a team with them. And I don't think they thought it would ever be you. So there is somebody coming into message for those of you who relate to this. And this person is trying to get beyond the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords can talk about a lot of thinking, a lot of mental conflict, even with oneself, because I think this person is quite shocked that they have emotions. Okay, and King of Cups is reverse. And the Three of Swords reverse. Tell me about the Four Crystals. Tell me about the Four Crystals. Knight of Cups. Like I said, this is a person, you could have dated this person and they're returning. This is a person that you guys could have just dated and they just thought it was a crush. You thought it was a crush, but now they really can't move on. And so they want to come back. I feel that they feel or felt something special with you that they haven't felt before and just mistook it as a crush because you guys probably had some crazy intense feelings or passion for one another, and it could have just been taken as a crush. But like I said, people can move on from crushes. You don't continue to think about a person who was a crush, especially if you've moved on and some time has gone by. Well, this person's still thinking about you. And I feel that they're in some conflict in their own mind, but they're trying to gain some clarity. I feel like they dream about you, or dream. Did I say dream? Yeah, daydream. I feel like they fantasize or dream about you. But that's the Chariot, and that's coming in pretty quick. And usually the Emperor drives the Chariot, the Empress tames the beast. And together in front of the Chariot, the two horses are usually the ones, the energy that guide the Chariot, which are yin and yang energy. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. That's a wish fulfillment. Ace of Pentacles. In this kind of reading, this is a crush that turns to a relationship if both parties are willing. Obviously, you have your own free will, and they have their own free will. They're trying to build up courage, looks like now, but they're making a decision if they should come in, start new here. I really think you took this person by surprise. Or vice versa. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, they want another chance. This is somebody you had some connection with. It looks like it was like a dating type of connection, or, you know, maybe you flirted around or something. And they want another chance. They weren't clear, okay? They weren't clear. They weren't in touch with their feelings, all right? at that time, whenever you guys were fooling around or flirting or dating, they were not in touch with their emotions. All right, they were closed off. And I've been getting a lot of past life energy coming in for you guys, and I do see that here. Depending on where you met, you know, going further down in the deck, this Ten of Cups looks like it's a place where people gather at. And if it was a, you know, wherever this gathering is at, they just didn't, I don't know, they just didn't expect to catch feelings and keep them. And they just thought it was a crush. Tell me about the Woman of Worlds. Because we already had the man, the King of Pentacles, yeah. Which this is the Queen of Pentacles. So this person is stuck in their mind again, and that's the next card. I have 2 Eight of Swords. They are stuck in their mind, and they are like, I made a mistake. I judged Aquarius wrong. Aquarius is more than a crush. And you know, the Seven of Cups was here, you know, wanted to come out. Yeah, it's right here. No, it wanted to come out, it didn't come out. But that Seven of Cups talks about choices and options, and maybe this person has a lot of options or choices, and they just didn't see that there was something special. Maybe they were distracted or easily distracted. You know, they could have been a person who, like I said, was dating others and they just didn't see it. They could be a person who was under some influence while dating. There's all this drinks and stuff on the nightstand. But whatever. They thought it was a crush, but it was not a crush. They still got feelings. Yeah. Their crush turned into feelings. Tell me about the Eight of Crystals. It's the Tower reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. I feel, okay, this person feels if they don't come in or if they don't say something, I feel if you don't give them another chance, because they're going to want another chance. Because, you know, maybe you've moved on. Maybe you're with somebody else. Maybe you're doing you. Maybe you're not even thinking about this person anymore, right? But they're thinking about you. So this person is thinking about their future. We have the Wheel of Fortune upright here, but we have the Wheel of Fortune here reversed and the Tower. And this is some strong energy that they feel like is going to happen to them. Is what they're thinking. They're thinking the worst. This is what I would say. They're thinking the worst. Because now they feel like you're their person and they passed you up. So that's where we're at. Again, trying to come toward, all right, the person who has tamed the beast. And I do feel that's exactly what they're thinking. I passed up on my person because I was distracted looks like by other people. Like I said, I don't, you know, this person could be that person. They had a lot of options when it came to the dating scene and just thought you was a crush. And boy, is the joke on them. Anyways, looks like if this is your reading, you're going to be hearing from this person. They're going to be wanting another opportunity to tell you, I thought you was a crush. I didn't think we should get too deep, but here I am. I can't stop thinking about you. I'm going to tell you the names, the signs that are here. For those who want to know the signs, I'll tell you in just a minute. But for the bonus card, we have reflect on your priorities, and I feel that's what this person is doing. But I feel if I just want to take the last 2 words, Aquarius and priorities, I think Aquarius is about to be their priority, okay? For sure. Focus on positive. New moon is Sagittarius. So I feel like this person's trying to be very positive and they're going to be focusing on you real soon here. But I have all the elements. So that means I have every sign in the zodiac, because I have earth, fire, I have water, and I have earth, fire, water, and obviously our air signs, okay? So I have everybody here. But if you want to know specifically, we have Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Scorpio, Sagittarius again, Scorpio, Cancer, And we have Taurus, Libra, Leo, Aries, Sag, Aquarius. And those are the specific signs, but we have all the signs with all the elements. Anyway, guys, I want to thank all of you who showed up for the video and for the chat. And thank you for being so supportive. I love you guys, and namaste.